Namaste, beloveds. This is Valerie Ames, also known as Mother with Wisdom. And excuse my lighting, it's about 11 o'clock at night. I had a workshop today and I watched the news late. And I watched Racial Matter. And I saw some very disturbing news. And it it caused the creative writer in me to write something. And so I'm just going to read what I wrote. It's not that long at all. And I'm not going to go into details about it. I'm just going to read what was evoked. The news tonight was about um, the leaked draft of the Supreme Court's Roe versus Wade decision and where they want to go and what they want to do with that. And so, like I said, this is just the writer in me, the creative writer in me, responding to what I heard. And I entitled it, Wading in the Waters of White Greco-Roman Philosophy While Collecting Fish Eggs. The blood of conviction shed by the Black Madonna is called upon as Rome kisses the feet of a Black Madonna, she who was handmade in the image of the Mary, Holy Mother of the Son of God. This is the highest form of mockery of the divine feminine essence and presence on the planet of Earth. When observed through the lens of the conquering overlords who rule and make the laws in her name. As representative of the Holy Mother Church, the mediator, the so-called mediator between God and man, according to the Catholic religion that predates church and state. Connect and collect the dots and Easter eggs found within the snake and rabbit holes of black high-top hats and white gloves with nothing up their sleeves, right? When you are waging a genocide against Ukraine and you are meeting stiff resistance from allies around the world, Putin turns once again to the American Republican good old boy network of male-dominated white supremacy to attack the expanding conscious awareness of the divine feminine by having the government take over the rights of the female reproductive organs once again in the name of the church, not the woman's health, not the moral obligation to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, when there are laws in place where men accused of rape, statutory rape, and molestation of young girls and marrying young girls are allowed not only to run for an elected office, but to hold said office and create and enforce the very laws that should, by the Constitution's own verbiage, protect the vulnerable from the criminal, legally elected predators. If Roe versus Wade is overturned, women and children will suffer. Women and children will die horrible, inhumane deaths with no consideration for their bodies, their rights, their roles, or their reasons. If rape is defined as the absence of consent legally, then what is the difference between forcing a woman to give birth to a child against her will? America is a lucrative corporation of commerce. Corporate decisions are based on numbers. Human beings represent and ultimately they guarantee the hierarchy of numbers. Available to gamble on like rolling the dice on the board of seen and unseen books seen and unseen books, stockholders, constituents, and lobbyists, meaning political gain, political power. Taxes are a bracket used as a weapon against the poor. That is why high-end white-collar and blue-collar crime and criminals have a different justice system, as well as a different federal prison system. Pay attention to the spiritual expanding conscious waters as they break free of the dam of repression, giving and making way for the spiritual truths that have been stolen and hidden in the dark, like seeds, awaiting their prophetic times to arise and reach for the light frequencies of the Christ consciousness as they try to stop the inevitable end/death to the only thing that they could give birth to, their patriarchal age. The evil of eugenics has no boundaries when it comes to white supremacy. Look through the ages as the rapists spread their seed, spread their laws, created and supported slavery, even including their own offspring, to keep up appearances of the right to rule over others, because they appear different. So to conquer and colonize until all under the same umbrella of the fat rats, false society religion, and laws of the fittest, to ensure dominant white male survival. Domestic do-it-yourself breeding farms of tilapia tell their own tales of the reoccurring bloody hanger nightmares of drowning handmaidens, lost and turned out in a man's world. And that's what I wrote, beloveds. And like I said, it's a creative writing expression to what I listened to what I felt, and to what I'm feeling rising up, and just what I saw flashing before me. And if you don't know what the Black Madonna is, Google it. Please Google it. Please understand the mockery that is spoken of in this. Please understand and understand what eugenics is all about, how old it and ancient it is, and how it is the sins of the father that is being passed down, and that it is the divine feminine energy that must speak, that must not allow herself to be silenced. And there are many ways to do this. The first and foremost way is to spiritually observe the divine feminine within yourself. Observe the freedom that you incarnated with. Observe what you represent when you represent and when you take a stand and when you shine as a reflection of the divine feminine. Without the divine feminine, without the respect, without the spiritual respect for the divine feminine, humanity loses so much of its unconditional love for itself, and it turns upon itself in self-hate. And that is going to do it for this video. Again, the title is Wading in the Waters of White Greco-Roman Philosophy While Collecting Fish Eggs. There's a lot of symbols and symbiology here. Do your due diligence, and I hope it reveals something to you. And I hope you put it in the comments what you got from this or what you feel about what's going on. Thank you. Namaste. Be loved and be blessed.